As somebody who has an extremely large female audience on YouTube, I'm going to say something highly controversial. I don't think women are funny. Not all women, just most of them. And to be fair, ladies, there are a lot of guys out there that think that they're funny and they miss the mark entirely. Now, I will say there are some funny women over on TikTok like Tatum, my dude, who uses everyday life struggles that she goes through as a woman in a funny way to convey a message to her audience that I laugh at. However, I do think that funny women just overly use vulgarity and shock content to make up for the fact that they lack any substance underneath surface level materialistic bullshit. And today we're going to look at one of those women.
I always joke about how like I leave a snail trail everywhere I go. If I'm in gym clothes especially, it seeps through so bad. It's on every seat that I sit on, whatever. Even in high school this was like a thing. But I knew it was really bad when today at Pilates, we were sitting on the reformer and we were doing like little swimming things, and I touched down, and when I stood back up into a like more standing position, my instructor like jokingly was like, "I got you guys sweating on that reformer, especially you," meaning me. I wasn't sweating. That was just trailing, just sliming that machine up.
I am a professional yapper, which means I often am not at a loss of words. However, we are in a precarious situation in which I find an utter loss for those words, which would so eloquently flow from my mouth like verbal vomit. And when I look at the comment section, I find myself in complete agreement with Ethan, who said, "I genuinely miss secrets and diaries." Well, Ethan, you nailed it on the fucking head, because I do too.
And I was like, yeah, so I sat down and like did the white forward thing. But like also, she shouldn't have called me out because it's like fucking shady. Like I feel like she knew that like obviously it wasn't sweat, but like whatever. But even at the gym and stuff, like I have to literally like carry a towel and like wipe that shit off, and it's not even embarrassing. It's just like, why?
And one of the worst parts is that she thinks that a towel is good enough to wipe down her, I don't know what word to use. Ladies, help me out, please. I mean, she's basically telling us that she exerts power over nature to bend water at her will, like she is a magical creature. You don't need a towel. You need a fucking fire for these witches. It's time to burn them again. That was a joke. I don't hate witches. I've got my hoodoo too, okay?
Don't get it twisted. I love me a good bean beating sesh, you know. I love it. I'm a, serial bean flicker, but ever since I started running on the Stairmaster, something has released inside of me that honestly, I don't know if like corn could do. Like I've never felt this type of like adrenaline and this rush that I'm getting. And it's like, now I feel like I don't even need to go like jerk it now.
I'm going to need you to trust me when I say that I am not super conservative whatsoever. Yes, I do have some conservative tendencies, but when it comes to who you do what with, that's not really any of my business. It's yours. So why do you consistently make it my business by putting this shit online? And I hate to talk about double standards. However, if I were to just talk about vigorously strangling, aggressively choking a rooster that belongs to me as a farmer in Minecraft, if I were to do this as much as she does, then I would be put on a fucking list, rightfully so, but still, nonetheless, I would be put on that list.
I just feel like I like got off at the gym. And also, not to mention, you can do core exercises as a female and have a coregasm. So if you're kind of trying to be on your little bit of a, celibate journey, or, trying not to flick the bean, maybe try those out. Just saying. Or just go for a run on the Stairmaster. That will probably make you feel either good or bad. It makes me feel great. That's all I know.
I am pretty sure that she just admitted that she was mastering her nature to a full climax inside of a public space, which I'm pretty sure might be illegal. Now, I would completely understand if her channel was dedicated to sexual health and education. However, it is not. It is just an influencer account, which makes me think that she has some underlying issues going on when it comes to her level of maturity around the topic such as sex, which I think it's fine to talk about, but when you put it into a public forum where there are a discrepancy of ages of people that might be consuming that content, it's just kind of weird.
No, see, because like, why can't I just be a normal person? Like, why every store that I go into or every like couple that I pass, am I instantly think about like, what position are those people doing? Like, what is their favorite position to do together? I don't care if they're like a younger, like just married couple, or if they're the oldest fucking people in that entire store. Instantly, the first thing that comes to mind is, how are they fucking?
I have always been one to give critique where critique is due, and I always give credit where credit is due. She is very self-aware that she knows that she is not normal. Like, I don't like walk into a store and like see Granny Smith and wonder how Grandpa Smith eats her apple. Like, I walk into a store and I see Granny and Grandpa Smith and I'm just like, move, get the fuck out of the way. People have shit to do. Stop lollygagging, stop moseying, move along. Ludicrous, move, bitch, get out of the way. I got places to be and people to slay.
Like, what are those two possibly doing together? And like, they could be cute, they could be kind of ugly. I don't give a shit. I'm thinking about it. Not that I'm thinking like I want to watch. Sometimes I think that, but I'm just kidding. But like, seriously, like sometimes I'm like, I've got to know. I've got to know how this granny is throwing it back. Is she? I don't know. But it's just like, I wish I just had a little bit more of a normal brain. Like, I wish I could just be like, oh, I wonder how long those two people have been. No, not me. Don't care about how long they've been together. I'm trying to find out what positions they're doing, how many minutes do they do it, how often are they doing it, actually, is my biggest question.
Crazy idea. Why not ask them? Oh, wait, is that because that's inappropriate and you wouldn't do that in real life, but you will come onto a platform with impressionable young children and ask those exact same questions or make those exact same statements? Like, that's not inappropriate? Is it because in real life you would get looked at like you're a weirdo, which you are, so you come online where you can find an audience of men who think you're attractive and they will agree with whatever you're saying because they're in some type of parasocial relationship where you're feeding off them for the validation that you so clearly desperately need. To me, it's giving off the same type of energy that when criticized, you would tell the people to mind their own business, yet you're minding the business of everybody else's private life.
Because like me personally, my parents, they were fucking, I'm not sure how much they're doing it anymore, to be honest, because like my mom's sometimes a bitch, but man, those two, they were fuckers big time, you know, back in their prime. So I can only assume that these old ass couples, because my parents are going to be an old ass couple, I'm going to be an old ass couple one day. I promise you, to the fucking day I'm in the grave, I'm going to take that duke inside of me, alright? The man I marry, I'm going to be so fucking in love because I'm such a lover girl. I only want one schlong forever and ever and ever. So you can bet that till the day I'm put down underground, I'm doing it, all right?
From everything that I've seen about this person, I feel like that last statement is probably the most healthiest thing she has probably ever said in her life. But with all that being said, we're gonna wrap this video up right here. Let me know down in the comment section whether you agreed or disagreed with me, where I was wrong, where I was right. Just let me know. I need the sweet engagement. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, come be a member of the petting zoo. As always, the link to the Discord will be down in the description. Just let me know if you think she's weird.